Hello. Like so many of us, I have been watching the courageous demonstrations by Iranian women calling for Zan Zindagi Azadi, women, life, and freedom. As they continue to ask for global support and solidarity, and I wanted to just take a brief minute to examine some of the pitfalls that seem to be emerging in some of the performative aspects of this solidarity. This is not to engage in sometimes what is called whataboutery, but it is intended to pause long enough to ask who are really the friends of the Iranian people. So let me take us to some of the voices that we are seeing. So here's Masih Ali-Nejad, a self-styled supporter. She has at times called herself a leader of this movement, sitting in North America. But here she is also going to visit Mike Pompeo, the Secretary of State under the Trump administration, someone who was calling for sanctions and death and destruction upon Iran. If you're cozying up to neoconservatives, you're not a friend of the Iranian people. So there's that relationship to empire that one also has to examine. We also see European politicians who are cutting off their own hair in a demonstration of support for the Iranian people. One wonders, why have the same politicians been silent about draconian measures that are being passed in France and considered in Denmark and other places to restrict the very choice of Muslim women in those societies to wear hijab or niqab if they so wish? We are seeing Indian celebrities, Priyanka Chopra, who are writing very beautifully in support of Iranian women, but they've had almost nothing to say about the pogroms that are being waged on Muslims in their own country of India. And we know that Islamophobia is always gendered, and that Muslim women wearing hijab are always some of the initial targets of Islamophobia. At times, such kind of calls for so-called solidarity stretch credibility to beyond anything that seems reasonable. So here's the official website of the Israeli state calling for women, life, and freedom and support for the people of Iran. If the Israeli state cared so deeply about the human rights of Muslims, they could perhaps start much closer at home with Palestinians. And here's Kanye West, calling for support for Iranian youth. And this is the same Kanye who is undermining Black Lives Matter and allying himself with Donald Trump and white supremacy. So if you're an advocate of white supremacy, you are no friend to the people of Iran. Yes, the people of Iran certainly deserve to have global solidarity. Yes, all of us should do everything that we can to bring light and attention to the plight of the Iranian people in their quest, in our quest for dignity, for liberty, for freedom, for choice, for self-representation. But if you've been silent on Islamophobia, if you've been silent and even worse, complicit with empire and neoconservatives, you are no friend to the people of Iran. Let us insist on a better set of allies and to look for a more meaningful form of solidarity.